I did it again. I have to admit, when you're wrong, and I was wrong. But I wasn't that wrong. I was kind of wrong, but I was kind of wrong in a right kind of way. Let me explain all this in a minute. How you doing, everybody? I'm Uncle Bruce. That's what they call me. This channel is called, here it is right here, Stock Markets with Uncle Bruce. Stock Markets with Bruce. They call me Uncle Bruce. And I've been doing this live show in one format or another. I've been live now since 2021, January 2021. And here we are, June 24. Oh my God, 3.5 years. 10, almost 10 million views on my channel, which isn't a lot. I mean, it sounds impressive and all that. I'm a puny little tiny channel in the universe of YouTube. Now, on the financial side of channels, there are many that are much larger than I am. And then there's me, and there's many that are much smaller than I am. I've been around a while. I myself am ancient. I'm an old man. 68, going to be 69 this year. I mean, I'm an old fart. Which works for me because I can relate back to the beginning of my experience with the stock market, starting in 1978 and going forward. When I became a stockbroker in 79, I became a desk trader in 1980, became a partner of a brokerage firm, a small little outfit in 80, 81. I became a branch manager of a brokerage firm by 83. I took a company public with a buddy of mine, business buddy of mine, in late 80s, early 90s. I ended up in the Cayman Islands as an offshore asset manager. I have experience from the market from many different windows and angles, from in front of the computer screen as a broker, from behind the computer screen as a president of a public traded company, to everywhere in between. And you know, in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, and 10s and 20s, like now, you come out of college or high school or university, whatever, you know, you enter the workforce at age 20 something. There's no one, your mom and your dad, your uncle, your bosses, your best friends, no one can tell you what you're going to become and what you're going to be doing 10 and 15 and 20 years from now. And when you're in your 30s and 40s, you still don't know where you're going to end up and what it is you're going to do. Why? Has the world changed since 1978? Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. Has the world changed since 2000? Wow. Will the world change in the next 15, 20 years even more dramatically? Probably. And for many of you out there, I don't know what your future is going to be. You don't know, because you've already seen so many changes in your lifetime, no matter what age you are. You're 25, you're 35, 45, 80. Look at the changes and what's coming. So we're here for the now. We're here for the today. Here we are live, June the 12th, 2024. Here we are. And the world we're in has changed in the last 3-4 years like none of us thought it would happen so quickly. I suspected that what we're doing today was going to be the normal, the new normal, in about 2034, 35. I figured 10 years out. We moved ahead 10 years in the work from home thing, the gig economy, 10-year fast forward because of COVID. That's the one thing COVID did for us. One of the things it did for us. And for many of you, the best thing ever to happen to you. Now, was COVID the best thing to happen to mankind? No, but the ramifications of COVID and the idea of us being able to trade stocks and options and everything else on this device, the way we can trade now compared to 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you can't compare it. I mean, when's the first time you entered a trade on a telephone, on a handheld device? Can you imagine the flip phone, trying to buy and sell stock on the flip phone as easily as we do it now? Unthinkable. Unbelievable. It's just amazing. What I always get a kick out of is watching movies, because movies are time capsules. And I love to watch movies where the one movie, one of my favorites is Michael Keaton in the movie called The Paper. It's a story about a newspaper in New York City that's barely making money. They're small little tabloid paper. When there were papers, no one had cell phones. Like virtually no one had actual cell phones. It was telephones with cords on them. That's a time machine, and that was a present day modern movie. You watch movies from the 90s, the 2000s, the 2005s, 10s, 15s, 20s, modern day, present day movies. These are time capsules. Look at how the world has changed just from that angle, which is the pretend world, the movie world. It's incredible. What's going to happen in the next 5, 10 years? My God, it's unreal. This channel right here couldn't have existed in 1980. I could never have done this in the 90s. I couldn't do what I'm doing with you now in 2000, 2005, 2010. Not a chance. If you wanted to be a day trader 15, 20 years ago, you would go to a strip mall in your hometown, and you would end up going to a trading center that popped up. These things popped up like by the thousands across the U.S. mainly. And you would transfer money from your bank into a brokerage account, and you would sit in a cubicle, and you would be given a cubicle with 4 or 5 computer screens maybe, and a keyboard, and you can buy and sell stock on the NASDAQ and New York Stock Exchange. That was day trading, and people got their butts handed to them left, right, and center. And then they were erased from existence by SEC rules, day trading rules, which are still creating havoc for a lot of people even today, because this modern world where you can buy and sell investments anytime you want is now running straight into the world of SEC regulations that eliminated day trading flexibility and put in rules of how much your account had to be worth and what kind of account you could have. And many of you mentioned that here. The world has really evolved. Let's talk about something else that's really evolved. GameStop. The company GameStop is not the same company that it was a month ago. A month ago, GameStop was a company that had 4,000 something stores, that used to have 5,500 stores, and is still closing locations and reducing expenses. That was their focus. They were a brick and mortar company with about $1 billion in the bank in cash, no debt, and they were cutting expenses all over the place. Head office people, distribution center expenses were being cut, and management was being cut, and on and on. They were doing that now. They've been doing that for 2 years, since Ryan Cohen took over, and he became, in the last 6 months, 8 months, the CEO and the chairman, and he pays himself nothing to do it. He's purely a shareholder of the company. This company is focused on one thing: making money, turning around and making money. No analyst anywhere believes it. No analyst is a fan. No one in Wall Street gives a crap about these guys. They don't want to have anything to do with these people, because GameStop is enjoyed and followed and has the most loyal stockholder base of any publicly traded company out there. And that includes Tesla, that includes Apple, that includes NVIDIA. GameStop has the most loyal core shareholders, public investors, of any public company. And a movie was made about it that was released 6 months ago that also shows that information. And in the last month, this company has completely changed its stuff. It's a completely different company. It is far more valuable today than it was a month ago. It has much different prospects today than it had a month ago. And there are now, in effect, 2 GameStops in existence. There's the brick and mortar GameStop company, and there's the investment company, the hedge fund company, the Warren Buffett imitator type company. We've got a company now that I thought, and this is where I have to apologize. I made a video last night saying that the company raised $2 billion at $40 a share. and they're sitting on $3 billion. Because I was under the mistaken belief, apparently, and again, I'm trying to completely verify this, but I believe I'm now pretty sure that I was under the impression they had sold 45 million shares 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, raised 933 million, and that they were adding 30 million more to that 45 million to issue 75 million shares in total. And the 30 million were issued for $2 billion, which is 40, no, not $2 billion. The 30 million were issued to raise another 1.2 billion to raise a total of 2.2 billion in cash or so, and that second batch of 30 million were done at $40 a share, hence the title of my video. But apparently, oh no, Bruce, no. They raised 933 million using 45 million shares. Then they sold 75 million shares for another 2 point something billion, and that came in at 29 something dollars a share. And combined it all together, they had $1 billion in the bank. They added 933 million to the bank, and then they added 2.1 something to the bank again. And now they have 4 to 4.2 billion in cash. That's what they have. They don't have 3 billion. They got 4 billion. No debt. So you have two companies. You have the investment side of GameStop worth 4 billion, and you got the retail side, which is worth, well, no one will say because nobody really knows. There are analysts who are saying it's worth nothing because it's a GameStop, it's a Blockbuster, and they're going out of business. So they're worth nothing. There are others who are saying, well, they're worth $50, or they're worth $1 million, or they're worth $500 million, or the companies are worth $1 billion. I contend that the fourth quarter came out, they showed a profit, which blew away the year before. I contend that even with the first quarter results that we just had, where they said we lost 30 million, but we didn't lose 50 million like last year, and we reduced our expenses by 50 million year over year from the first quarter of this year to the first quarter of last year, showing you we are cutting costs and we are, I'm saying that program, cost cutting and store reduction for, lousy locations, overpriced rent locations, close them. Go to strip malls, a way cheaper rent. I'm saying that's a winning strategy. I think that's going to win. Now, AI gaming going forward, the new version of games, like I said, the changing world we're in, what GameStop games or what video games, and even that word is not accurate, it might be now AI games, are going to be played by children 8 to 18 years of age or 16 years of age, and then adults from 16 to 76 years of age. The new gaming world that is coming out now and is being created along with all this AI, the Apple event that we saw the other day, the Apple event that yesterday took Apple shares up $14 a share in one day. Apple didn't become $14 a share more valuable overnight, okay? They didn't bring out a single goddamn product to show you and I that we can buy today at the Apple Store that justifies a $14 price increase. But hey, you buy GameStop, you're a gambler, you're an idiot, you're dumb money. But you buy Apple at $199 or $207 at its all-time high, oh, you're a genius. Oh, you're a forward-looking genius investor. Right. Look, I don't have a problem with Apple going up $14 a share. I don't have a problem with that. But I don't have a problem with GameStop going to 31 to 35 to 40 to $50 a share based on its future, because there are two divisions. Back to the Blockbuster comparison, though, brick and mortar, I'm going to bet you they're going to make between 200 and 300 million a year profit from the brick and mortar side. That's the kind of profits coming forward because of the cost cutting. If the company makes 300 million in profit, and they trade at 10 times earnings on the 300 million, that's a $3 billion asset. Cash on top of that. On the other hand, if they make 300 million a year in profit and they're trading at 20 times earnings because they could make 400 million in a year and 500 to 600 million in 2 years because of AI gaming and all the systems you're going to have to buy for your house, for your rec room, for your kids, for your university children, for the 20-somethings on their own, the 30-somethings. I am looking at, I think, hundreds of billions of dollars of costs to the public to acquire the hardware filled with computer chips from NVIDIA and others to handle the demands of the future of AI gaming. Because that's where we're going. We're not going to stay where you walk into a GameStop store and buy a CD thingy and put it into a PlayStation 5 and play with your little handheld controller. That's so yesterday. The future is put the helmet on, put the fancy glasses on, or something like this ish, might look like sunglasses that you're going to put on. And inside this ish are chips all the way that are talking to the box beside your monitor, filled with all kinds of, I don't know what gobbledygooks in there, that you're going to have to spend $1,500 a person, $2,000 a person to play, and they'll pay it because your gaming experience is now virtual and is in a whole new dimension. What do you think? What do you think that Microsoft was it? Microsoft, Apple came up with their $3,500 helmet that's going to turn into a $2,500 helmet, and eventually be an $1,899 helmet. There will be thousands of others out there, hundreds of other brands. We're going that area. So this world of GameStop about, oh, they're a blockbuster. Forget about it. They're not a blockbuster. But it could be that GameStop will sell off. GameStop could sell off their brick and mortar company completely. And the public company will call itself GS Holdings, GameStop Holdings. And a private hedge fund will buy the brick and mortar. And it'll be divvied up among private investors, and however they run it, there'll be an Australian division, a European division, a Canadian division, an American division, and off they go into the wide, wild world. Customers won't notice a bit of difference. They'll just go into their shopping mall and there's GameStop, like always. The public company shareholders, however, will notice a huge difference because whatever cash they get for that brick and mortar division, $2 billion, $3 billion, I don't know. You make money. You show a hedge fund that you buy this asset and you can privatize it. It's making $200 to $300 million right now. As a private company that's making $200 to $300 million, this thing is worth money. This thing is worth money. I don't know. I'm just saying. Maybe. Well, if $2 or $3 billion more dollars comes into the GS Corporation that you're a shareholder of or you're playing options on, and there's $4 billion in there now, there's going to be $6, $7 billion in there. They could easily raise another $3 billion on any kind of an offering. They could have $10 billion cash in that GS holding company. $10 billion cash. Now what are they going to do with it? What is Ryan Cohen going to do with that kind of capital? You actually think the stock is going to $10 a share again? Forgive me, but no, that's never going to happen. No, the company won't even go under 30 anymore. It'll be 30 to 100 based on multiples of earning potential of this massive cash-rich machine that is going to be the belle of the ball. And all of a sudden, Wall Street will completely turn around its thinking on GS Holdings compared to GameStop, the retailer. And now you're a shareholder of one of the hottest tickets on Wall Street, because every investment banker in Wall Street is going to come to Ryan Cohen. You want to make a deal? You want to get into something? We can help you fund this company. You can get 10% of these guys, 20% of those guys. You want to do a deal? What do you? It's going to be nuts. There are two companies now: GS Holdings, GameStop, the money side; GameStop, the retail side. Now, for a year, another year, this may stay right where it is. We have two halves: the cash half, the retail half. But any analyst out there telling you that this is a failed corporation and that this is a failed investment and that you're a dumb money investor buying into this thing, they're not doing you any favors. And they're not doing themselves any favors, because they're going to come off looking like jackass idiots, because this isn't the same Blockbuster version that we ever saw. Blockbuster, when it went under, was broke and was in debt, was over leveraged, and had nothing other than retail locations that were 2,000 to 5,000 feet large all over the place, mostly in strip type outdoor big box retailer type locations that could only service people who could have had cars where they could get to. For the most part, they were in the burbs, and they had one thing: they were renting DVDs and CDs. They were done for. Yeah, they were done for, and they didn't buy. Netflix. They should have bought Netflix. They didn't, and they should have gone digital like Netflix did, because Netflix was a dinosaur. It was mailing CDs to the world and taking them back. That's a dinosaur business. And so, welcome to the 2024 season. GameStop, the future of GameStop, my God, is it ever different now? Is it ever different now? So you're not going to get any analysts who are going to go, I was wrong. I'm sorry. We're going to put a $30 target on the price. I used to give it a $5 target, and then I gave it an 8, and I gave it a 10, and I gave it a 12. I was wrong. You're not getting that. Okay. It's not. These morons are so embedded into their hatred of this thing, or their stone brains can't figure out GameStop just transformed itself into another completely different organization. Totally don't get it. But you don't have to worry about these guys. Now, if you're a viewer of mine here, and you've been a viewer of mine for a while, or you're a newbie, you're brand new to this channel, first of all, welcome and thank you. And by the way, Scary Scott, Gold Bagel member, joined this morning. Thank you very much. Also to Zach, hey, another Gold Bagel member. Thank you, people. Record number of members of this channel. We have more Gold Bagel members than regular members, and we're at a record high for Gold Bagel members because you're joining. Thank you all. This is what keeps me on the air. This channel does not make a lot of money on advertising. There's 953 people here. You know how much money I get paid from YouTube if they issue 900 ads? $4, $3. I don't make a lot of money on advertising. Okay, at the end of the day, you might go, oh, he makes $40 a day in advertising, $20 a day in advertising. Yeah, well, you try and live on $20 a day on advertising. I only go live 5 days a week. Saturdays and Sundays, my viewership goes way down unless I make a video. So that means I have to work 7 days a week. It's members. It's these people right here becoming members of this channel that keep me alive. And I thank you so much for giving me this voice and giving me this platform. I'm excited for you guys. So if you've been around here a little while, or you're new, you know something. You should now know something about this channel. This channel isn't a channel where I tell you to buy a stock and hold it for the rest of your life, and that's all I tell you to do. This channel in 2021, about May, June of 2021, I was getting comments and desperate requests from viewers who owned GameStop shares, saying to me, Bruce, I bought these GameStop shares at whatever price, and they went all the way up, and they came back down, and they went all the way up. And every time they come down, I buy more shares. But when they go up, I don't sell them because I don't know when I should sell them. What do I do now? What do I do? When do I sell? When do I sell? Because nobody knows, and no broker will tell you to sell. And in GameStop's case, no broker told you to buy them. There's no broker that loved you at all. And I come out, like boldly come out and say, well, you know what you could do? You could write options on GameStop shares. You could just write options. Why don't you offer your shares for sale for like a month or 3 months at a set price? But you have to be paid a premium to do that, to make that offer. So at the time, before the 4-for-1 split, because today we're trading at $30 a share, which is $120 pre-split. The stock trade split 4-for-1 back in 2022. In any event, back at that time, when the shares were $150, which is like $37.50 today, people were asking me at $150, what do I do? And I would say, why don't you write a call option for $200? And offer to sell your stock to whoever buys a contract from you. Sell them your shares for $200 a share for 3 months if they give you today $30 a share. And my viewers are going, why would I do that? And I'd say, because you're charging rent to GameStop to be in your account. You have to be paid to hold this stuff. Why are you holding GameStop for free? Are you a nice guy? You're not a nice girl. nice guy. You're a business person. You're here to make a living. You're trying to make money, aren't you? Well, all the players out there who know what they're doing are doing option writing. You're not. Now, again, to be fair, GameStop has one of the most loyal retail follower groups of any stock out there. And there are 194,000 shareholders at last count of GameStop. That's a lot of shareholders. And I will probably tell you there are 500 to 1,000 of those people that write options on GameStop, and the rest don't. That's typical though. That's not unusual. Now, of the 1,000, there might be 500 here on this channel. I don't know, because we began to explore the option writing side of the market. And I said to people, why don't you write these contracts for $30 each? Offer to sell your shares for $200 a share for the next 2-3 months. If the shares don't get over $200 a share, no one's going to buy your stock from you at $200, because if they're trading at $199, $195, $182, no one's buying your stock for $200. That $30 premium you got, $3,000 per contract. For every 100 shares, you can write one contract. That's 30 a share times 100 shares. You got $3,000 for writing one contract, or $30,000 to write 10 because you've got 1,000 shares. That money is yours to keep. You don't have to give it back. If the option is, quote, out of the money, in other words, a $200 contract with a 180 stock, that's an out of the money contract. That contract will go to zero when it expires in 60 to 90 days. That was back then in 2021. Since then to today, I have had viewers, no matter what the price of the stock was, the split has come through. We've had ups and downs and all arounds. I've had viewers always write call options on their GameStop shares for 3 years, 3.5 years, 3 years. They've hauled in more money on premiums than they paid for their stock. So I got people who paid $150 for their shares, $100 for their shares, which is now $25 a share, $30 a share, whatever. They've brought in more money than they put into the stock. Now, some of them have just bought more GameStop. I get $30 a share, or today I get $7.50 a share. Today I'm buying more of the stock, and guess what? Every time you get 100 shares more, you're writing more contracts, which means you're bringing in more capital. Now, I've had a number of people here who've said to me, you know, Bruce, I got 500 shares of this stuff. This is before the split. I got 500 shares of this stock. If I write 5 contracts at just $20 a contract, I'm bringing in 10 grand. And if I'm bringing in 10 grand, like every couple of months, I bring in 10 grand, I bring in 10 grand, that's more money than I get paid at work. After taxes and deductions and all the expenses of, going to work and coming home from work, the commuting costs, the coffees I have to pay for downtown, the lunch I pay, I don't clear $5,000 a month net to me. I'm clearing $3,800, and they're telling me I'm doing great. I'm making more money writing options than I earn in my day job. And then we did something else. I started bringing out these classes, of course, as to how to do this. 17 now at last count on my website. But people began to figure out, I could just sell these shares, and I could turn around and I could buy options on these shares that don't expire for 2 years at a price, a fraction of the price of the stock. And I can write options on the options because, Bruce, you did a class called Poor Man Covered Call Writing. And instead of me writing 5 contracts at a time, I now own 10 deep in the money calls. Instead, I'm writing 10 contracts at a time. My cash flow just doubled with my capital. The amount of money I had into the stock, I've just turned it into deep in the money calls, and I'm now bringing in double the money from option premium. I'm bringing in 20,000 every 30 days, or 20,000 every 60 days, 10,000 a month instead of 5,000 a month. This is double what I make at work. I'm not working anymore. I'm going to take half that capital to live on. The other half I'm going to leave in my account and buy more deep in the money call options to write more call options. I'm getting a raise every 2 months, a raise because I used to write 10 contracts. Then I started writing 11 contracts 2 months later. 2 months later, I started writing 12 contracts at a time. 2 months later, I'm writing 13 contracts at a time. I'm getting a raise every 2 months, writing more contracts. It's the same trade, it's just more contracts. This is the knowledge that my classes have been giving to investors. And this is just GameStop people. This is 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago. Here we are today in 2024. The world has changed. What are we doing now? We still have people writing options on their stock. We still have people writing options on their deep in the money calls, per month covered call options. We now have people writing cash secured puts. We have people now writing credit spreads. We have people who now have completely sold out of their GameStop positions entirely, not getting back in and making money whether the stock goes up or down or doesn't move at all. Why is that a possibility as an option writer? Because if you listen to the folks on CNBC or anywhere else, or you read about the GameStop phenomena and you read about options on GameStop, you will find that the premiums on options of GameStop are incredibly high. Gamblers who don't have $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, they have $3,000, $2,000, $5,000. What are they investing in? They're not buying the stock of GameStop. They can't buy enough. Even if it goes up 15% in value, they make $400, $500, $600 on their money. That's not going to change their financial scenario. What they need is a score. They need a lottery win, and they're playing the options market as buyers. They're desperately trying to buy call options or put options. They think stock's going up, they'll buy calls. They think stock's going to go down, they'll buy puts. To gamble on the movement of the stock, to take $3,000 and turn it into $6,000, or take $2,000 and turn it into $4,500, or $500 to $3,000. They're looking for like massive 5-fold, 6-fold, 10-fold increases. They're gambling with a time frame that is shrinking very quickly, leverage that is ridiculous, and they are playing out of the money options for stupid premiums. And my viewers are selling it to them. My viewers are going, you wanna gamble on my shares of GameStop or my deep in the money calls? I'll tell you what, I'll write you calls. I'll even do credit spreads. I'll write a put and buy a put on a credit spread where I get cash up front to take an option position for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and shares don't go below a certain price. I make a ton of money. We got every strategy under the sun going right now with these classes. I have 17 classes, how to learn to become an option writer. You have to decide for yourself whether you want in or not. It's totally up to you. Go to my website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. This is my website. If you look down below in the description of this video, there's all 17 classes listed there. You'll see all the titles. You can decide where to go. I suggest strongly, you want to learn how to write options? I mean, you're serious about changing your life and you potentially quitting your day job or retiring a lot sooner than you thought, or you're going to retire in 3 years, but your account is so pathetic. Your 401k, your IRA. Why don't you write options on what you're sitting on right there? It doesn't have to be GameStop, and build the value of that account so that when you do retire, you don't run the risk of running out of money in your first 10 years of retirement. You've got to make your money last longer than you. Go to my website, check out the classes, and see what happens from there. Okay, enough of that. I hope that's enough of that. Welcome all to the party, pal. We've traded so far 10.6 million of GameStop shares. We opened in 26 minutes in the market. We'll start trading for the day. The company now has apparently $4 billion in cash in its bank account. It does not have a billion anymore. It does not have 2 or 3 billion anymore. It now has $4+ billion in cash in its hands. And at 5% interest, that's $200 million a year in interest. Every quarter, $50 million. The company makes $50 million a year, guaranteed. It makes $50 million every 90 days, guaranteed, no matter what else happens. And if the retail division just breaks even, the company will announce $50 million in profits every quarter forever. And now, it's a bold statement because interest rates could go higher or lower, and they may not make that kind of interest. And I don't think, and I know you don't think, they're not going to do something with the money. I mean, come on, they're going to do something. But what is that something? That's what is the wild card. And that's why I don't think the stock goes to 10. It doesn't go back to 20. The stock will go higher. And Roaring Kitty is right. Roaring Kitty is absolutely correct. He's saying, I like the company. I like Ryan Cohen. I like the way this company operates. I like the way that they raise cash when the markets go batshit crazy and they're sitting on a mountain of money. AMC would kill to be in this position. AMC can't raise $4 billion like that unless they want to dilute their stock by fivefold. I mean, it's not going to happen. But AMC will probably survive, and they'll raise a couple $100 million here and a couple $100 more million here, and they'll cobblestone together a survival strategy. Unfortunately for AMC shareholders, at the end of the day, they will just be a movie theater company. They will have less in debt to their bankers, thank God. They'll get by, but they're not a takeover target. They're not going to get into other businesses. They're a movie theater company, and that's it. And as long as human beings are willing to go to theaters in person, they'll still hang around. Now, what happens with GameStop going forward? If they get into other businesses, if they start buying 10% of this business, this business, this business, wow. My suggestion, which is free of charge to GameStop, Ryan Cohen, if you're there watching, how you doing? Welcome. Well done on raising cash. Nice job. I would say a couple of companies I would tell you to get into. Several. I would get you into Rocket Lab. You'd be wise to buy 10% of that company. You'd be wise to buy 10% of SoFi. You'd be wise to buy 10% of AI Inc., C3.ai Inc. You'd be wise to buy 10% of SmartRent, SMRT. These outfits, these are companies that are just now making money. They've turned the corner or about to break positive, and they all have short positions to a certain degree. SoFi's short position is ridiculously high, and short position on AI is ridiculous. If you moved into these companies, these shares would all jump dramatically in value, which of course would make your $4 billion worth $6 billion, which would take GameStop from 30 a share to 60 a share. Win everywhere down the road. But you got $4 billion now. You've got a million choices. You've got probably ideas, schemes, and what have you. More power to you. Would love to hear about it when you want to talk. Sooner the better would be nice. Would love to hear from you. But anyway, there it is. Thank you all for being here and following this story. So I like the stock. Roaring Kitty is right. Roaring Kitty could at any time exercise his contracts. He has the ability. Now, there will be a little bit of logistical moves that have to be made by Roaring Kitty. He has 5 million shares already. He has the right to buy 12 million more at $20 a share. He has 30 million in cash, apparently. So, in theory, he has enough money to buy 1.5 million shares right now with cash. That's the first move he could make at any time. The second move, it requires a bit of logistics. Could he borrow money against his 5 million shares? And if he does buy 1.5 million more with cash, he has 6.5 million. Could he borrow money on his 6.5 million to buy more of the stock at $20 a share? Now, the brokerage firm, what he's using, E-Trade, I don't know if they'll extend him a loan of $210 million. He needs $240 million to buy the stock total. He has $30 million in cash. Would E-Trade lend him $210 million? Probably not. But would there be a banker out there that would willing to do it, or would there be a private financier type hedge fund group, something that would be more than willing to help him do it? Because my thinking is, and I think your thinking is, and I think the street's thinking is, if Roaring Kitty exercises his contracts and now is a 17 million share shareholder, and his stock is trading at $30 a share, he's worth $510 million in value for his stock with a $210 million IOU against it. Pretty good ratio. I think the 12 million shares he needs will have to come from somewhere. Now, there are specialists and experts and option guys and what have you who are saying, oh, the writers of these contracts, which are the market makers, they have access to stock. I believe it. I do believe they have access to stock. But if 12 million of the access to stock is eaten up by one guy, okay, and the shares are going to 40 to 50, a whole bunch of other $20 calls, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, all the way up to 40 or 50, they're all going to get exercised. They don't have 50 million of shares lying around or 30 million of shares lying around to instantly cover the demand from the call option writers who would exercise their stock. There isn't enough of that. So that squeezes shorters or other option players. And we have a run on the market to 60, 80 to 100. The higher the stock goes on actual factual calling of stock from option exercising, puts pressure on the upward movement of the stock. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, are you thinking what I'm thinking? That if these shares go to 60 to 80, what's Ryan Cohen going to do now? Wouldn't Ryan Cohen be wise to make a filing with Jeffries and Company to do an at the market offering of another 25 million shares, round this up for another 25 million? Could they now issue 25 million at $60 for another 1.5 billion in cash, putting the company at 5.5 billion in cash and raising the cash value of each share accordingly? Because right now, as I figure it out, as best as I can figure this out, they got 4 point some odd billion in cash. I think the shares are worth 939 cash value, where a month ago the cash value of GameStop before they raised any money was $3.26 a share, and we were trading at $10. Now it's $9.39 a share, and we're trading at $30. Kind of relative, isn't it? One third of the value of the company is cash, $30 a share. What if they raised another 1.5 billion for only 25 million shares? That could raise the stock to $12 a share in cash. I mean, you guys can do the math. If they issued 50 million at say $80, if they went to 100, they did it at 80. That's 4 billion more. They'd have 8 billion in cash. 8 billion in cash with 500 million out. This is $16 a share cash value. Shouldn't it trade at 50, 60 now? See what I mean? This is just sitting on cash. They haven't done anything with the cash. This machine, this entity has completely changed now. Again, I'm reiterating, GameStop isn't GameStop anymore. GameStop is now GameStop Holdings with a retail division on the side, which is the smallest part of the company. The retail division of GameStop is smaller than what the cash value will be, the way this is going. So the higher the shares go, the richer Roaring Kitty gets. The richer Roaring Kitty gets, the richer all shareholders get. The richer all shareholders get, the higher the shares go, the more the company can raise. The more money the company can raise at higher prices per share, the cash value of the company keeps going up. It's growing just on itself. And there are option players and there are analysts out there who are still not believing it because they think $4 billion is a made-up number. It's real. There really is that much cash in the bank account of this company. The next quarterly filing, which is now 3 months away, will verify that. There's no doubt of it. And each quarter going forward, the interest that they're going to bring in, because I don't think they're going to spend $4 billion right now on one deal. I think they're going to sit on a mountain of money, and the interest coming into the bank account is going to be substantial, and that will affect the net profit of the company on a per quarter basis going forward. And that ends the discussion that, well, it's just a brick and mortar company with a little bit of money. That's the end of that story. So, welcome to my party, your party, our party, the party. Great to have you here. As I've said a zillion times, you can own the stock if you want and run it or go with it. And, let's just say this thing goes. But you can also play another game, and that is, Bruce, I think I'm just going to sit here with cash. I'm going to write cash secured puts. I'm going to write $25 cash secured puts, $30 cash secured puts, or 50s or anything for ridiculous cash amounts. I mean, ridiculous. And if I write 25s, they're out of the money. So I sell my shares now at 30. I write $25 cash secured puts where I say, until January 2025, I'm willing to buy back the stock at 25 a share. I'm willing to buy it back at 25 anytime. Now, of course, at 30, no one's going to sell it to you. But you might be paid $10 a share in cash right now to do that. You might get $9 or $10 a share in cash to offer to buy your stock back for $5 less than it's trading at. You might be offered that juicy of a deal. $9 to $10 a share is anywhere from $10 is 40%. $9 is 36%. 36 to 40% on your money that used to be GameStop stock is now being handed to you. So you sell the stock at 30, you've got, let's say, 1,000 shares, you have 30,000 in your account. You write 12 cash secured puts at 25 each, that's 30 grand. You bring in 12 times $900 minimum, I think. You're bringing in 10,700, what is that? $10,800 in cash added to your 30,000 cash. You've got 40,000 cash in your account right now, earning interest in your brokerage account, because to do this cash secured put writing, you have to have a margin account. If you have a margin account and you have a cash balance in your margin account, depending on what platform you use, some will pay you 4 to 5% interest on cash balances. So while you're waiting to buy back this cash secured put for a fraction of what you sold it for, or waiting for it to just expire worthless because the stock didn't go down enough to even make your contract worth anything, because right now a 25 is worthless, except for time. You're letting the time get eaten up, which is the secret weapon you have. It is the kryptonite of option buyers. Time kills them. You will make money on your money and get interest on your money on top of everything else. And you don't have to worry about the stock doing much of anything. If it wants to go up, sure, great. Goes to 35, 40, great. You wrote $25 cash secured puts and the stock goes to 40, 45 a share. Your puts will shrink so much quicker than just with time because they're further out of the money. You might buy your 25s back and now write $30 contracts. 2 months from now, you might do that, and the $30 cash secured put you're writing then is not a January, it's a March of 2025. It's 6 months out for another $9, $10 in time value. Again, you buy this one back for $4 and write that one for $10. You just added $6 a share, 1,200 shares, remember, into your account. Just that's 1,200 shares times $6. That's money. That's money. Serious added catch. 7,200 more into your account. Thank you very much. Interest on the interest on the interest. Now your cash balance is going. This is option writing. This is what institutions do. This is what hedge funds do. This is what mutual funds do. This is what pension funds do. I'm turning you into a miniature hedge fund using conservative writing strategies to make money in the market. You don't have to do GameStop options if you don't want to. Sell your shares in GameStop and say, it's been a great time. I made some money on this. Thank you. I'm now going to write options on NVIDIA. I'm going to write credit spreads on NVIDIA. I'm going to write credit spreads on Apple. I'm going to write cash secured puts on AI. I'm going to buy deep in the money options on certain stocks and write options on those stocks. You may have 5 different stocks in mind that you're going to now take your 20, 30, 40, 50, $60,000 and divvy up into different pieces and now run 4 or 5 different positions simultaneously. Smart move, because you're not into one Apple anymore. Those of you who have 10,000 shares of GameStop and you bring in 300 grand right now, you can divvy that up into 4 $75,000 segments, and you are doing 4 $75,000 managed option trades at the same time. You don't work anymore. This is your job. This now is your job. The good news is you're not trapped in the cubicle at an office downtown. You're at home, and home is where you want it to be. Is it an RV because you're traveling America? Then it's your RV traveling America. Your account is in one of these. You're mobile, you've got internet, you're good. You could be anywhere on the planet Have you always wanted to go to Australia? Have you always wanted to spend 2 months in London because you never spent 2 months in London? You want to travel to UK this summer. You want to travel to Europe for 4 months. You want to be 6 months in Florida and 6 months in Ontario, Canada. What is it you want? Where do you want to go? What do you want to be doing? Do you really want to keep commuting to the office, to the job? You want to drive a truck for a living for the rest of your life? Really? Is that it? Is that it? Is that the game plan? You want to take your kids out of school and homeschool them and travel the world with your children? They're 5, 7, 9, 12, 50. Get them out of that crap school that is just giving them all kinds of nightmares, giving you nightmares. You're living in a neighborhood you're not too happy about. Get out. Travel the world. Maybe move to a higher postal code. I don't know. Option writing might be your escape. We're opening in 9 minutes. That's a fact. That's a guarantee. There are 1,191 of you here, and I thank you all for being here so far. We're going to have fun at this opening, I think. Let's take a look, if possible. How are we doing this morning on thumbs ups and my poll question? I see 272 thumbs ups at last indication out of 1,178 viewers. That puts 900 of you in the slacker category. So now Strickland is monitoring the halls, looking for 900 of you son of a bitches, because you haven't given me a thumbs up. How dare you? You're running the risk of not going to the Enchantment Under the Sea dance. You really want to miss that? I mean, come on. That's where they fall in love, you know. Thank you, Art. We just got 307 thumbs up. Thank you. Look, the poll question of the day. Here it is. I brought this thing out every day. I wonder, can I do a poll question? So today it says here, GameStop has $4 billion in cash. In the next week, the shares will reach a price of, the first choice, less than $30 a share a week from now. 30 to 50 a week from now, and over $50 a share a week from now. The results out of 1,185 votes, which is incredible. 1,185 votes and 369 thumbs ups. You don't even give me a thumbs up when you have a poll question. I mean, what do I have to do with you guys? Anyway, thank you for 369. 1,192 votes. 8% are saying it's not even going to be $30 a share a week from now. It's going to be less than that. 43%, 30 to 50, Bruce. 30 to 50 a week from now. I can see it in that range. And then 48%, most of you, the number one answer, now 49%, over 50. Over $50 a share. 1,210 votes now are in, 1,215 votes, and 401 thumbs ups are in here. Yeah, I got you going. I got you coming. Come on, thumbs uppers. You really have to help yourself. Hit the thumbs up button and do yourself a favor. And you're asking, oh, come on, Bruce. You're just asking for thumbs ups because you're a greedy YouTuber and you just want to become famous. You want to be just like Roaring Kitty and you want to be just like Mr. Beast and all that. Look, if you give me a thumbs ups, YouTube will promote this channel to the rest of the YouTube universe that is interested in financial scenarios. A whole bunch of new people will be told about this channel and GameStop and SoFi and everything we talk about here. We actually self-propel ourselves forward and to greater levels. I'm trying to get 10 times as many people in here. Instead of 1,219, let's get 12,190 in here, all into the GameStop story and the awareness of what's really going on here and what the upside potential is. This is better for those of you who are trying to make money in this market. You're helping yourself, believe it or not, throwing a thumbs up my way, because more people will find out about what we're talking about here, and that could be a good thing. SoFi is the next breakout stock in the portfolio of many of my viewers' accounts. And I'm just saying, you know, how we love talking about SoFi here. Maybe, just maybe, it will be the next one to go to 20, 25 bucks a share and will make many of you around here very wealthy compared to where you are now. And you're going to be writing options and you're not going to believe the money you're bringing in. So help me out. Help me help you. It's a win. I think it's a win-win. 483 thumbs ups now are in here. 1,200 watching. Still only 1 in 3. But we're almost at 500 thumbs up. So I do appreciate this. Really, I do. I tease you guys, but I love you for it. Thank you. Thank you for joining this channel. Those of you out there, thank you for putting out these heart emojis that are popping up here, these happy faces, these emojis with the party poppers. I love you. It's great. It all adds to the momentum of this channel. YouTube's computers notice it. They notice that this guy's got 1,200 viewers and 500 thumbs ups. Like, wow, that's a ratio unusual, and that's very high engagement going on. He's got to be doing something right. Let's send some more people over there. Let's send out 1,000,000 recommendations. Maybe 1,000 more people will show up. I don't know. It's just numbers. It's just ratios. That's all it is. It's nothing personal. It's just business, and that's the name of the game. Thank you all so much for being here with me so far. We've been on the air now 55 minutes. We're opening in 4. We're going to shift the channel now for making messages. If you want to talk to us, please become a member of this channel, because now from here on, members only for the chat section of this channel. So become either a Chillin' with Uncle Bruce member or a Gold Bagel member, and of course help keep me on the air, but also join in the chat. One more thing to note: those of you who are just regular members, you're paying YouTube $10 a month, and they keep 3 of it, and I get 7 of it. I'm upfront. I don't hide that. I get $7 for every regular member per month. So figure out 22 days a month that I'm on the air. How much a day are you really giving me? Pennies for this info. If you're a Gold Bagel level member, you are paying YouTube $25. They're taking $7.50 of that. They love you guys. That's why they keep me on the air. They get $7.50 from every Gold Bagel member. I get $17.50 a month. $10.50 more than if you're a regular member. But for that extra amount, Gold Bagel members are on with me every day at 8 in the morning for a half an hour minimum, at least 8 in the morning till 8:30. That's 5 days a week, 20 times a month, 22 times a month, and every Wednesday night. And today is Wednesday, 7 o'clock Eastern time. Every Wednesday evening, Gold Bagel members get a show just for them. It's the Gold Bagel member Primetime Live with Uncle Bruce for Gold Bagel members only. And this is where the Gold Bagel family hangs out with me, and we talk options. We talk GameStop. We talk SoFi. We talk whatever you want to talk to me about. You fire away. We compare notes. People talk to each other, the family here, with all these commentaries. Become a member of this channel at the Gold Bagel level. You will get so much more than if you're just a regular member. Either way, I thank you, because you're keeping me on the air, and YouTube thanks you. You might get a thank you note. I don't know how this works, but when you become a member, you're doing it through YouTube. There's a join button down here somewhere. You click on that, and you'll see a little box, and YouTube will run you through it all. You can always upgrade your membership from regular to gold anytime you want. You'll be charged a prorated amount for the rest of the month that the members into. They handle all that. I don't handle any of that at all. It's all YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, members. Thank you, subscribers of this channel, for joining in this channel. By the way, if you become a Gold Bagel member, one more perk: you can join the Discord group. We have a channel Discord discussion group. I don't run it. I'm not on it. It's just Gold Bagel members talking to just Gold Bagel members about what we're talking about here and what we're following and what's going on. People share ideas with each other. They answer questions when they have technical problems with their platforms. In option writers talking to option writers. And if you're a newbie, you definitely want to be in the Discord group just to absorb info. You don't have to be active. You can just be a fly in the wall, learning what is going on. Okay. Thank you all for joining in here, being part of this familia. A new member has joined, I think. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not 100% sure here, but a member thing popped up. I could be wrong. Yeah, Nicola. Nicola is a new member. How you doing, Nicola? Thank you. I can't find the bar here. I can't find the membership. Here it is. No, I've got Zach and I've got Scary. I can't find Nicola's membership thing here. Is it just escaping my failing eyesight somewhere? It had to be here somewhere. I cannot. I can't find it. Wait a minute. Maybe we got a glitch here. Maybe it's in here. I'll just keep scrolling. I'm scrolling all the comments. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for saying hi to me, talking to each other. I'll try to get to commentary as best I can here as we start trading in right now, because I think right now Larry Titus has hit the bells already. Thank you, everyone who's been here. I'm still 7 minutes behind the comments, just scrolling through them. Can't keep. There's Nicola E. Thank you for becoming a member of the channel. I love you for it. Gold Bagel Level as well. Thank you for becoming part of this family. Thank you so very much. The gang will thank you and welcome you in. Larry, thank you for ringing the bells. Larry Titus is our man for the bells. He notifies everyone. This market is open, baby. We're up and running. We're here to make money. Nothing personal. It's just business. We're here to make money. Let's see what we can do with it. Hopefully, you'll get richer today. You'll become wiser today. You'll become more informed today. And I hope you're enjoying the show and you don't mind the old man just ranting away. Apple, by the way, is up another 80 cents, 208.15, and Tesla is up 77 right now. Over on Alphabet, Google's up $3 to 181, so we got some movement there. GameStop at 28.70 at the moment, down $1.70 or something, 13.8 million. We were 29.30 in the pre-market for most of it. Now here at 28.70, we're coming on a bit. Not surprised to see this. You're going to see a $5 move on GameStop. Down 250, up 250, down 4, up 1, down 1, up 5. We're going to see movement. This is the new normal, but GameStop is a different company today than it was a month ago. Take that to the bank, because GameStop did take it to the bank. They've got $4+ billion cash in their treasury. They're different now. They're not the brick and mortar little company that's going to go under anymore. There you go. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. Charlie C2, here we go. I got your message, Charlie. How you doing, pal? Well done. Nicola, hi. How are you? I'm here. Welcome, Nicola. Nice to have you. Soul says, McKessel, I'm going to become a Gold Bagel member. Fantastic, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you all being here and hanging with us. Savage of Wall Street is in the house. Good morning, sir. I have altogether 12 GameStop cash secured puts out in the universe, all between $19 and $30 strikes, and premiums that I collected between $7 a share and $20.35 a share, depending on which option. And expiry dates from June 19, that's like in 7 days. Yeah, I guess, or no, well, whatever it is. Maybe June 21 until Jan 25. I can't wait to do like a POTO and buy back all for a penny. This is awesome, man. Well done. Dollars are being made here like crazy. Well done, all. Richard Carlin. Neat. SPX stink bids just filled, netted $630 profit in a week. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Larry. Hitting the zit emojis and everything else. Stephen Butler's SoFi had a bump up at the bell. Giddy up. It's right now $7.27, up 27 cents. It's the next one. SoFi is the next one to go. I could be wrong. There might be other stocks that do well, but this stock, SoFi, you better be watching this. You better be into this. I've been warning my viewers for 2 years. This is going to go. This company will be eligible for S&P 500 inclusion in about 4 months, 6 months. And it will end up on the S&P. I don't know the date. I don't know the month, but it's going to happen. And it's not going to be at $7.20 a share or $7.50 a share or $8.22 a share. $25. This is going to be huge, and it's multi-billions in growth. Now, if GameStop would just kindly go out there and buy up 100 million of this stuff for $700 million odd dollars out of the $4 billion they got, they'd be doing themselves a favor, and SoFi shorters will freak out, and this thing will go immediately as a double, and GameStop will go to $50 a share just on that. But that's just, just me saying here. That's what I'm thinking, you know. All righty. Thank you. Joe V, Uncle Bruce, I love you even more. Michael, Rocket Lab is up 5.5%. Is that right? I like that. I like this game. We're up 269 on the Dow right now. Nvidia is up 188. Rocket Lab is up 26 cents. SoFi's up 31 to 731. SmartRent is up 9 cents. I like this game. There's money to be made in them there hills. Matterport, we're up 10 cents on Matterport this morning. Nice to see some upward movement on some of our stocks that we follow closely. Unity's up 51, by the way. Cisco's up 17, Pfizer down 11, Microsoft up 348, IBM up 260, HPQ up 65, Amazon up 12 cents, Home Depot up $12. We got a green market going here right now. Obviously, the inflation report came in nice. We're up 300 points. Look at AI, 32.58. GameStop buys 10% of this. That's a $100 stock. That will be a $100 stock. Short position on AI is out of this world. It's insane. There will be losers on the short side on AI. Anyway, there you go. What can I say? Bobby, I picked up 600 more in Matterport yesterday at 406. I got my average to 547. Now at 1,600 shares. 10 calls written at 20 cents. And now 6 more being asked for at 30. Well done. Well done. Matterport is going to be taken out at 550. It's a takeover deal. It's done. It's just a vote coming up on July 26th, is it? Yeah, July 26th, the official vote. A week after, it's over. Giddy up. White Feather, good morning, Nala. Boeing Tiger, good morning. Zed Estate, 556 thumbs ups. Thank you, Zed, for that. And welcome all of you to the program, the show. 1,114 of you are here. We're at 30.25 on GameStop. We've taken out that 20-something, 28.35 low. We're now at 30.32. We're only 17 cents off the yesterday's close. It's going to go higher, okay? It is going, I think, substantially higher. It's very possible. I will not guarantee today's the day, but I won't bet against it. It's looking fine. 30.45 now down 3, 30.55. We're green. There you go. 30.65 right now up 10-20 cents a share. So we're here we go. We could go substantially higher. 30. The volume now at 30.35. Volume now 18.5 million. So we went green. We've gone red again. We'll go green again. And giddy up, kids. Welcome to the party. And it's nice to see you here. And I'm pretty appreciate you all joining us this morning. 288 gain on the Dow. Thank you, sir. May I have another? We're up 288 on the Dow. 45-point gain on S&P. 203-point gain on NASDAQ. Very solid. And we've got oil up 131 to 79.21. Did you hear about the apparently the story on oil? There's a story on oil about how by the end of by 2030, in the next couple of years here, that oil demand will be substantially lower than the amount of oil being produced on a daily basis, because countries around the world are actually cutting back on usage. Now, there are companies that will use more because they're expanding their economies and populations. There are countries that are using substantially less because they're converting to wind power, solar power, electric vehicles, buses, trucks, and everything else. So the demand will drop for petroleum products. Interesting. Stocks, $78. Could mean that adjusted inflation in the next 3-4 years, we could be $50 a barrel, $55 a barrel. Good for the American economy overall because cost to do anything in America will drop. Good for Europe because costs to Europeans will drop for energy. Absolutely. And for the planet to burn less, kind of good. Kind of good. We'll see how that plays out. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. The other interesting story I saw today, and you may have noticed the headline, is where the SEC has fined a hedge fund outfit because of the fact that they were shorting stock in various cannabis companies, and they had hired research companies that wrote investment pieces, analysts that project future prices of stocks. They were paying these guys under the table as research to badmouth the very stocks they were shorting. This case is from 2018. It is 2024. It is 6 years later that the SEC fined these guys. Okay. Now, how many articles were written on GameStop in 2010 and 2011 and 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024? How many articles have been written about GameStop by research analysts for entities that are short GameStop? Put your thoughts together. Just think about that. Yeah, 6 years from now, we'll know what the SEC is going to do about it, because that is how toothless these guys are in certain cases, because they allow shorters to short without reporting, and they allow shorters all kinds of leeway to slam companies and scare and panic investors and cost them their fortunes, cost them their retirements, cost them gazillions of dollars. Thank you, SEC, for looking after the public out there. Unbelievable. There you go. 31.39, 31.35. We're up 80 cents on GameStop now. We're up 80 on the session. 21 million traded on GameStop. We're going to go higher. Okay. It's not the brick and mortar company anymore. But there are those who are, anti whatever. Now, we heard that Andrew Left, this guy Andrew Left, has covered his short position on GameStop. I really don't know if he made any money on the covering of his position, because we don't know what he shorted it at. We don't know what he bought it back for. We just know he's apparently out of that situation yet again. Okay, whatever. I don't know. We're up 120 on GameStop now, 31.75. Here we go. Is it possible that shorters are not going to short GameStop now? They're going to back off from shorting anymore. And is it possible that some of the volume yesterday in the afternoon and now are shorters just getting out and just going, okay, we'll short this stuff, but we'll do it at 60 to 80, but not between 25 and 35. We're not going to dare do it here. We'll think later. Is that happening right now? Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, if Roaring Kitty starts to exercise his options, if that's what his intent is, to pick up 12 million more shares, up to 12 million more shares of GameStop, this stock will go much higher. And of course, every time it goes up $1, Roaring Kitty is $17 million richer, because he's got 17 million shares of either stock or options. His options are in the money, almost $12, $11.50 right now. So $35 a share, his options are 15 in the money. $40 a share, his options are 20 in the money. So he's getting 17 million richer every dollar. How are you doing with the movement of this stock? Congratulations, all of you who are here. I'm hoping you're having fun today. This is kind of fun. What can I say? Anyway, there you go. Thank you all for popping through here and hanging out with me. Susan Shops, I have no idea where GameStop is going, but I just wrote one GameStop covered call, $48 strike, and I received $1.17. I'm happy if it gets assigned, and I'm happy if all I have to do is collect $117 for 3 days. Tax-free money in my Roth. Nice going. I did almost the same thing, covered call yesterday, Susan. I did almost the same damn thing. Mine was a 50. Yeah, Susan. My expiration is June 14 on that covered call. It dies this Friday. Thank you for the free money. Charlie, I got paid about what you got paid. Charlie C, mine is for this Friday as well. We're happy either way. Yeah, indeed. Thank you all. Splair, thanks you for this info. It makes me more confident that I make Canopy, Tilray, and other product videos for more transparency. Not a lurker. Fireside chat shortly with Crystal Point. Splair, if I would be a hedge fund, I would start shorting heavily on the 21st and this day after, says Splair. Charlie, definitely, Susan, getting paid to hold and naming your sell price. Marcus, have you seen SoFi? Bruce, 734. We're up 34 cents. That's 5% gain this morning in 15 minutes on SoFi. We love it. I'm excited. I would love to see it take a shot. 12 million trade in the first 15 minutes on SoFi. Something's going on SoFi. Something's going on SoFi. There's something good is going on SoFi. Realization of investors going, this is too cheap. This thing is gonna blow the doors off it. Yeah, well, that would be nice because $15 to $25 a share would be a much more reasonable price point. We'll see how it goes. 734. Nvidia's up 350 to 124.44. Rocket Lab up to 493, up 36 cents on your Rocket Lab, kids. Matterport up a dime. SmartRent up 8.5. Giddy up. We'll take it all. Spire even is up near 39 cents. We've got AI at 172, 3303 on AI. Congratulations, all of you out there. JR, woohoo, SoFi is over $7. Yeah. 737 up 37 cents on SoFi. GameStop 3060 right now, just up a dime. We've been as high as 31.82, as low as 28.35. There's a $3.50 swing already. Welcome to normal on GameStop. Thank you all for joining me. AI is up 5%. That's right, baby. It is happening out there. Got us a nice day. 304-point gain on the Dow. The markets do want to go higher. And I congratulate you all on making money in this market. S&P up 57 points, 1%. NASDAQ up 265, up 1.5%. The Dow up only 0.78. If the Dow were to catch up to the NASDAQ, it would be up about 600 points. We're up 308 right now on the Dow. Very good morning. Welcome all to the party. Great to have you here. Thank you for joining us. 30.10 on GameStop, down 39 cents. 29.90 on GameStop, back to 30.10 on GameStop. We're jumping everywhere. Welcome to the show and the party. Thank you, everybody, for popping in here. I appreciate you all coming through. Those of you who'd like to become a member of the Discord group, if you're a Gold Bagel member, join up as a Gold Bagel member if you can, and then send me an email, and I will get you the link to get you in there. Let's see. People are asking me about some questions about my classes. You can acquire a class anytime you want, any number you want. I would recommend start at number 1. I mean, each class builds on each class, okay? It's like a college thing. Very easy to understand. It's plain English. You'll see a whiteboard behind me that I'll be writing on. Very amateurish presentation, just like this. Very casual. Viewers are speaking. Auntie Jen, my Jennifer Aniston lookalike wife, takes the questions and she summarizes them and says, a lot of folks are asking this question. A lot of folks are asking that question. I stop the class. I answer the questions. We move on. And you'll find it very easy to understand. You can watch the classes as many times as you want. Once you acquire a class, you have access to it anytime you want. So pick up the first one, check out the second one. They're about an hour and 40 minutes to 2 hours long, roughly, plain English format. There's 17 of them. And there you go. Simple as that. Pick them up through the website. If you're having problems with your links, let me know, and I will send you a link to the class you've purchased. All right. If you want to buy all 17 in one shot, if you're interested in that, I have a special on that. It's $1,999. They're $150 a piece. You'll save $550 if you buy all 17. But you need to make a donation to my PayPal account, the one that's below here. So paypal.com and then the name at Bruce Ferromert with Traveling with Bruce, actually. Here's the actual link here. There it scrolls. If you want to make a payment of $19.99 US to that PayPal account there, and send me a private email then behind it and say, Bruce, I just sent you $1,999. I'm crazy. I'm buying all 17 classes. Please send me the links. I'll send you an email with all the links of all the classes, and then you can watch them whenever you want. And some of you, I know, you won't do this unless you drop the money first. You put the $19.99 on the counter, and I know, and you know, now you're going to watch it. But if you buy one at a time, you might get kind of complacent about it, and you might not be as eager to watch these classes. I get it. Whatever works for you, you figure it out. You let me know, and away we go. Okay. Welcome to the party, everybody. Nice to have you here. Speaking of my Jennifer Aniston lookalike wife, she just walked in the room. What's happening, babe?
I know I'm here early this morning.
Let me show a picture. To those of you who don't know what Auntie Jen looks like, this is exactly
Spitting image.
Exactly what
Spitting
Jen and I look like when we're out and about the town. We love to grab a Tesla from time to time, especially when we're in Palm Desert, California. We go out there in our Tesla. We look for bagel shops. We go to Costco. We're always being photographed by the paparazzi. Here's an example right here where, Jen is holding me up because you all know I'm only 4 feet 8 inches tall. She's holding me up because I got those stilts going,
Right.
those titanium inserts in my legs. And so she, here we are. And Jen, as you can see by this photo here, when we go out to Costco, in Palm Desert, it's kind of warm, So what
Something
we do
off the shoulder.
is she'll grab something calm and relaxed off the shoulder, and she stays cool, man. But she still looks good. We're comfy. She kind of makes me dress up though. She once in a while I get away with this. I'll get out on my own. And I'll hit the streets, baby, and I'll show up.
Dressed to the nines.
Oh, babe, look at that outfit. That's
to
me.
Go roller skating.
That's me going to the roller rink. I'm going booting.
Speaking of, baby. We have a new one. We have a roller rink back in Calgary.
We have
to go.
We have a brand new roller rink in town, and my 68, 69-year-old knees and legs, I'm sure, are ready for it.
And you're
you just like was 18.
55-year-old roller skates, I'm sure, are fine.
Yeah, my
Get
roller
your
skates.
Boots out and dust them off.
Boots are 50-year-old roller boots. They might need a little oil.
So I came to cry.
Oh no.
Well, last night, we had unsettled weather.
Okay.
And I know you other people think you have wind. No, you don't.
You don't have wind.
You don't have wind.
You don't have wind like we have wind.
Yeah, I know. When we were in Cayman, we get wind warnings. Wind warnings. It's going to go to 35 miles an hour. And you're like, yeah, what? I'm not even putting a scarf on my head. Like, what are we doing, people? So this is show them what happened to my brand new whirly gig.
Okay, so a little bit of background here. But first things first, we're up 37 cents on SoFi to 737. So it's not all that bad. Okay, so Jen bought a bunch of these to install on our patio to have them spin. There's one missing, as you can plainly see. The wind would make them spin and scare away the pigeons that are roosting and nesting on our balcony. We don't want that. So she thought, well, the wind will the wind is so strong it destroyed it.
It destroyed it.
We didn't even. This doesn't even make us electricity.
It snapped 2 of these off, and it snapped the little plastic holder off.
Plastic, of course. So yes, so Jen's balcony experiment to scare away the pigeons is not quite working.
It's in progress.
It's under review, yes. Under reconsideration.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see how that goes. But SoFi is 736, so we're not doing too bad. The GameStop $29.75, AI up $1.24.
Okay.
Nvidia up $3.40, Rocket Lab up 27 cents, Matterport up 7, SmartRent up 7, Spire up 41, Adobe up $7, Uber up 176, Apple up 697, Tesla up 227. We got a green market going here. We're up 269 on the Dow. Okay. Anyway, there's the issues there, but Jen will get over it. It'll be all right. We'll see. What else going on? JR, wow, my SPY.
Yeah.
Set $537 cash secured puts printed 51% in one day. Thank you, SPY, for that cool $1,300. Give me another. Thank you very much. Cha-ching, baby. JR, don't do it. Don't hike, Bruce. Don't go booting. Please don't do it. Larry Titus, good morning. Andy Jen, RB rolled over a $6 put, $64 gain. Way to go, RB. Way to go. Also, thank you for saying hi to Jen by, who was that? Who was it? White Feather said hi already.
Oh, hi, White Feather.
I just haven't got to all these. I can't keep up.
So you have to explain that in his day, Thunder Thighs, we used to call him.
Oh, okay. All right.
He these were the guys who were just boogieing around. You can't see me, but we're just boogieing
What can I
around
say?
the rink,
Oh, what can I say?
dancing in a line.
Oh, stop
And
it.
if you go on YouTube,
Oh,
you can
please.
see these now more mature fellows
More mature.
are still doing it.
Some,
They're not dipping quite so low on the bends, but they're going in the line and weaving around the people like me who just skate.
Yeah. JR, that whirligig just hypnotizes those pigeons to sit on the railing and poop some more. That's all that does.
I know. Like, I have always been impressed with Canadian geese. Like, every 12 seconds they poop.
They poop. Beach Boy, the best of China's windmills, by the way.
That's right. That's right, Beach Boy.
That's right, Beach Boy. Deep Value Options. Citron Research is no longer short GameStop. In the same tweet, they insulted retail investors. They seem upset. So maybe they lost money again. White Feather. Uncle Beefcake?
Yeah, Thunder Thighs.
Thunder Thighs, yeah, well, what can I say? $29.74 on GameStop.
And even after all that abuse, he can still do squats. He's still got knees.
Well.
It's in the genes, people.
Hey, baby.
It's in the genes.
I put a few 1,000 miles on my
yeah.
legs and rollerbooting.
And he would ride his bike there and back.
No, I didn't do that.
You rode your bike to Bayman.
No. Oh, no.
No?
No. Car. RB, Angel Olsen, Sharon Van Etten, like I used to. Great song. Angel Olsen, Sharon Van Etten.
Angel Olsen, no. No idea. It's like a secret language.
Over my head. Welcome, everybody. GameStop with Uncle Bruce.
Welcome to the party. What I was thinking? Because, being an old brownie leader, I hate to not use something if I can and just throw it out. I was thinking that this could hold it this way, honey, and might be able to fit on top of your head like a crown. There, see? A little further up. There you go. Yeah, there.
How lovely.
No?
Gosh darn, Auntie Jan.
Let's have a poll.
Let's have a poll question. Are you offering bagel construction today?
Am I well?
Yeah, are you well?
Did you want a bagel this morning?
Oh, I'm hungry.
Okay.
Yeah. Grape jelly.
You know why? Because you're getting used to it.
SoFi's going up. That's why 738.
SoFi's going up.
One of our stocks is definitely moving. SoFi.
We got to keep it going.
39 cents right now.
A little grape jelly in your belly.
18 million shares traded on SoFi this morning. Those cash secured puts you're sitting on, they're dropping, aren't they? Thank you, Auntie Jen, so much. You are awesome. We're at 30.14 on GameStop, down 39 cents. Nothing serious there. ME up a penny at 42.5. NVIDIA up 350 to 124.40. Rocket Lab up 29 to 486. Matterport at 412 up a nickel. Smart Rent up 5.5 to 249.5. Welcome to the party, everybody. Thank you for joining me. 298 gain on the Dow. Wow. All right, let's keep on going here. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Good morning, Auntie Jen from JR. Splair, when it's looking like beef, but it's a cake filled with jelly to look bloody, then I would totally buy Uncle Bruce beef cake. What's going on here? I know that song. I saw them both live. They are angels, says dude. AJ is in a rare mood. Oh, she sure is. She's happy. The hips are doing great. Good morning, Auntie Jen. From dude, I'm really JR. Do it. Everybody do it. Splair. I was about to get ready for a poll question here. John, bagel. Beach Boy, colorful crowns works best with Yoko. There you go. Thank you very much. Let's go back to my poll question and the thumbs up meter. I'm looking at here a thumbs up count of 606. Pretty damn good. And the poll question has had 1,600 votes. GameStop has $4 billion in cash. In the next week, the shares will reach a price of, first option, less than $30 a share. 9% believe that. 30 to 50 a share, 43% saying yep. And over 50 a share in the next week, 48%. That's the number one answer right now on my poll question today. 1,612 votes if you want to participate in that one. 48%, 43, and 9 from under 30, 30 to 50, and over 50%. Number one answer right now. 612 thumbs ups, make it 614. 908 still watching as Bruce is pounding away here, watching this market with you to see how it is going. Thank you all for joining me, being part of this channel, and I hope you're having fun out there. We're up another $7 on Apple. We're at $214 on Apple. Apple going up $7 today and going up 14 yesterday is legit, smart, cautious, informed investing decisions by retail and institutional investors. People buying GameStop at any price whatsoever are morons, idiots, fools, dumb money part two. GameStop is making people rich. Option writers are having a field day with this thing. Apple is $214 to buy one share. Good luck with that. Can you buy a couple thousand shares and flip it right now? Not many, but you can play options on Apple, and certainly credit spreads have been a wonderful way to play Apple. But you better be behind that stock, because there are now $20 of speculation in here. Just the last 2 days alone, $22 of speculation. Be careful about that. Tesla's up 360 to 174. The spiders are up 584 right now. AI holding a 90-cent gain right here. GameStop just went green. We're at 3060, 3072. We're climbing on GameStop, I think, yet again. So there you go. It's improving. Welcome to the party, everybody. Glad you could join us. It's wonderful of you to be here. I'm glad you could make it. We got GameStop at 30.40 right now. AMC is at 5.30, up 8. 30.40, 30.30, 30.20. We're still, we're jumping around on the GameStop. It does not sit still. We go green, we go negative. We go green, we go negative. Typical morning. ME up 0.9 of a cent. SoFi up 34. NVIDIA up 3.40. Rocket Lab up 23. Other stocks. Adobe up $5, 5.36. Uber up 2.25 to 71.84. It was 65 a little while ago. 71.84 on Uber. Qs are up 6 points, $6. Spiders are up 5.80. Apple up 8.30. Tesla up 4. Enphase up 8.29. We've got Netflix up 4.14. AMD up $2. ATIP up 3 cents. Unity up 73. Google up 198. Moderna down $5. Cisco up 4. Pfizer down 32 cents. Microsoft up 5.24. We got IBM up $1.40. HPQ up 72 cents. We got Amazon up 8. Home Depot up 10.48. Vanik Semiconductors up 7.29. Goldman up $10.26. Boeing down $1.22. Meta, Facebook down $1.23 at 5.06. Target down 18 cents. JP Morgan down $1.07. Costco is up 3.84. Walmart down 55. Disney up 42 cents. American Airlines up 30. AMC up 8. DraftKings up 128. And Royal Caribbean up 3.23. Right here, right now, on this show, on this morning's trading pattern. Welcome all to the party. It's great to have you here. Go SoFi. Go Rocket Lab. Go AI. Go GameStop. Just go. Just go. Yeah, go ahead. Fine with me. Just love seeing my viewers getting richer. You option writers enjoy an up day, a down day. It doesn't matter. Thank you all. Marcus, Apple market cap is up $321 billion in 2 days. GameStop has $4 billion cash in bank. You're an idiot if you buy a company with $4 billion cash in the bank, no debt. Go figure how Wall Street thinks. They'd rather you buy NVIDIA at all-time highs, buy Apple at all-time highs, and GameStop, $4 billion cash in the bank, no debt, brick and mortar, turning the corner already. You're a moron if you get into that side. Unbelievable how these guys work. Testy Donkey, wow. I just wrote a GameStop $60 call that expires in 2806. What does that mean? I'm not sure what's going on. 28th of June. Okay. 20th, what is that? That's the end of this month for $441. Wow. You can buy the stock right now at $30 and write a contract for $440 with a $60 strike price. That reduces your cost by $440 a share. Now, you can buy a deep in the money call. January 2026, pick up a 10 or a 15. If you can get it under that 90-10 rule, if you've taken my classes, you know what I'm talking about. And then haul in that kind of premium, pretty good. You can write credit spreads on this stock and bring in nice credits. You can write cash secured puts on this. You can make money on the options market playing the GameStop very nicely. That is a great trade, Testy Donkey. Well done. Brian, number 627 on the thumbs up money. Thumbs up meter. Good morning, everybody. From Brian. I sold 2 GameStop covered calls yesterday. $50 strike. June 14 expiry for 99 cents. Thanks for the spending money, or take me out and I'll make $1,000. This is fun. This is fun. Brian, Testy Donkey, are you having fun today? Testy Donkey, Brian, I've never had so much fun in my life. White Feather, Bruce, would you consider put spreads on GameStop? Yes. Oh, I would. Absolutely. Under 20 on those positions. I absolutely take the money. $2, $3, $4, $5 spreads. Oh, yeah, for sure. Right, multiples of those. Easy money there. I think is at a state. Imagine if Roaring Kitty wrote covered calls on some of his portfolio. This guy needs a bagel class. There you go. Yeah, if he's got 5 million shares long. If he started writing $60 calls at 4 something a call, he could bring in $20 million on his 5 million shares. That's enough to buy a million shares at $20 a share on one of his options there. That's pretty good. Now, if he wrote calls at $10 a call, he could bring in $5 million, $50 million, pardon me, and he could buy 2.5 million shares of the $20 contracts, which allows him to write another $2.5 million on options again for another $2.5 million, which would allow him to buy another 1.25 million shares, which he could write options on again and buy. He can exercise all his options off the backs of gamblers in the options market at various strikes, various expiries. I mean, the guy could go out to July or August calls. He could go out to January 25 calls. Just think about the kind of money this guy could raise to exercise all of his contracts with a 5 million share position, and now 120,000 calls to be exercised. He could do it all without borrowing anyone's money. Think about it. Do you folks out there need 20 grand in cash to pay off a debt, a bank loan, a car loan? You want to pay off a car loan to dump a car and then get another car. You don't want to play the dealership game where you're doing a trade-in and they're trying to finance you out of the bank you got into another finance deal. You just want to own your car outright, sell it privately for cash, and then go buy something else. You can write options on your GameStop shares. You can do it that way. You can easily raise 20 grand. Depending on how many shares you're talking about, can be done. You got 1,000 shares of GameStop worth $300,000 or $30,000, whatever. You can bring in some cash. Anyway, there you go. Thank you all.
There's that.
Oh, baby.
Look at that little toast.
Here they come. Look at those bagels, baby. Oh, yeah. The Great Jelly Express. That's a lot more jelly than I put on. But
is
thank
it?
you. Oh, yeah, it's heavy.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, no drippage, okay?
No drippage.
Bring the plate towards me.
Bring the plate towards me.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you don't like that?
Oh, I think it's part of the butter wrap.
Oh, great. Foil. Every game.
A foil.
What is that on your fingers? That's foil, Coach. Every game.
Old-time hockey.
Eddie Shore?
Eddie Shore.
Love that movie.
Scouts?
Real legend. All the fashion shows.
If I do one more fashion show, what does he call it? I'm going to waggle something at the ladies.
I love that movie.
And my wife will be the only one that's not amazed. I do love Slapshot.
We love it. Yeah, GameStop, 33.2 million traded. SoFi, 726 right now, up 26 cents.
You were going to tell me it was at 33 cents.
22.8 million traded on SoFi. 726. We're doing great.
Markets are up?
Oh, yeah. Dow's up 230.
It's Wednesday.
GameStop's still down 70 cents, but
people are back at work.
It's swinging back and forth. The question is, will GameStop pop to 40 today? 35? 25? What's it going to do?
Well, and depending what you're playing, you love the swings. Or, if you've got a wide enough condor, it's like, stay within this $10. I don't care what you do.
Credit spreads.
Yeah.
Put credit spreads. SoFi.
What? Oh, on SoFi.
Put credit spreads on GameStop. Cash secured puts on SoFi. Cash secured puts on GameStop. Credit spreads on Nvidia well back of the stock.
Yes.
Got to be careful there.
Because it can do a $50 bounce in no time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, now 5. Split
Right.
10 for 1.
That's right. Split.
Yeah. There's so much going on. Even Jen has trouble keeping up.
See?
You see?
Yes. See?
Unbelievable. Welcome, everybody, to the party, pal. Man, oh, man. Awesome stuff.
Oh.
RB. I just rolled over. Let me see that.
There
Just
was
rolled
Jen
over.
in the bed, and the little one said, roll over, roll over. Well, you stop. If you're going to pause and give me an entry, I'm taking it.
Welcome to my life.
That's what I'm saying.
Why do you think I hang out in this room all the time?
My head is just full of useless trivia and song words.
There you go. Just rolled over a lot of puts, average 31% gain.
Nice.
Now going further up in time.
Okay.
Yoo-hoo, my travels in Portugal, all paid for by option writing.
Oh, enjoy your time in Portugal.
Well done.
Nice.
Roaring Kitty just posted again, says not a lurker. Pocket money for fun, says RB.
That's right. After you paid down your credit cards.
Go, Jen.
First, you pay down your credit cards and get rid of that 20 whatever % interest they're charging.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, get rid of that. Then it's fun money.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's going to happen with GameStop with the Roaring Kitty posting again? I don't know.
Right? Who knows? Who can say?
We're $29.77 right now. Welcome to the party, pals.
All I can say is
I'm getting my bagel in.
They'll see you tonight.
7 o'clock Eastern. Gold Bagel members. We've added like 3 or 4 more today.
Bye.
All-time record again.
And you know, we're coming up on now International Vitiligo Day. So get ready, J-Boy. Get our party duds on. Get out the Sharpies and start drawing circles around our spots. Yes, I don't know do they all know that I'm an ocelot? I'm an exotic spotted creature.
Dead ringer for Jennifer Aniston.
Well, except for this kid. Okay.
Every one of you that's been to the meet and greets, you all say the same thing. She looks just like Jennifer Aniston.
She looks just like her.
It's unbelievable. You're right.
I think I might talk just like her, too. I think she also has a potty mouth. It's why I'm not on the air. Okay, bye, everybody.
When we do our meet and greet in New York, she's just going to fit right in with that crowd.
I can usually go at least the first half hour without something falling out of my mouth. But then all beds are off.
Then the Jamesons comes out.
I used to work in a high school. Can you imagine?
What can you imagine?
Oh, they learned all the
Former
words.
desk trader. Look out.
Well, yeah.
The lingo at the desk.
Yeah,
oh.
That's where I learned it.
They loved her. All the other desk traders loved her.
Then being in high school, you learn all the words.
Then you learn all the other words.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, my. Savage of Wall Street. Boom. Bought back 10 Unity 30 covered calls expiring January for 81 cents. I sold them in March for $4.50. But it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Jen heard that. Highway robbery. And Live Life says RB. I'm really JR. Says, way to go, Savage. Nice, says dude. Brian, the Savage of Wall Street. Well done, sir. Mr. Poto might be happy with that. Jumper Thumper. If I get assigned the shares like at 30, writing cash secured puts, would you recommend just selling covered calls? 5 or 10 over what the stock price is, since it's not a big deal if I sell my shares back for cash? Yeah, exactly. One of your choices is you get assigned on your puts. You're now long stock, right options, call options on it for big fat cash premiums immediately and take that money. Thank you very much. And if they take you out, if you're $5 out of the money and the stock goes higher and they take you out the other side, turn around now and write cash secured puts. I mean, oh my God, here we go. Yeah, JR, when are you planning the New York meet and greet? Late October. We get back to October. We get back to New York on October 25 on the Queen Mary 2. That's, I think, a Friday or a Thursday. I can't remember. And it's a few days after that. We're plotting that Saturday weekend for something. Beach Boy, Tesla stockholders, a.k.a. Elon's pay bag holders. JR, jumper thumper, wheel that baby. Wheel that baby. There you go, kids. Welcome all to the party, pal. $29.52 on GameStop. We're down about $1 on SoFi, 726 up 26 today. Nvidia's up 480, Rocket Lab up 15. Very interesting. AI up 99. Okay. GameStop, 35 million volume in 46 minutes. Another heavy day. This isn't a brick and mortar company anymore. Those days are over. Mm, mm, mm. Google's up $1.37 right now. Apple up $8, $215. 2078, 29.78 on GameStop. We're down now 75 cents. We might be moving up a bit. Not sure. Man, this is so good. Keeping me alive. Thank you all being here. Maybe you could do a class about the wheel strategy. I've got a few thoughts in mind on my next class. Stand by. I'm working on a few things here coming up. Yeah, 29.74 now on GameStop. They seem to be nibbling away on the offer. 76 now, 77.80, 29.80 just went through. Now we're back to 29.65 again. 35.24 million shares. It just might be time to acknowledge a certain powerful group out there that we really must pay homage to from time to time. It makes sense to not ignore the power, the hidden power behind this market. Richard Carlin is right on it. Richard Carlin knows exactly what I'm talking about here. Let's put out these knee emojis to let the world know. We know. Jason Laws knows. Charlie C2 knows. Giddy up. The knee emojis are going out there. Savage Wall Street, guess who just wrote some $9 covered calls on SoFi expiring August? This guy took in 20 cents, 6 cents because I need casino money. Going to Tahoe Arena this weekend with my family, and those $1,300 are going to pay for my meals. Corinne, neat. Hector is going with the neat emojis. Here we go. Jay Gill, neat. Here we go. The knee emoji attack is underway. We know to honor the Knights of Knee, who really are the power behind this market. So many channels just don't get it. So many CNBC people don't understand it. They think it's just hedge funds. Wrong. Even crusaders through hedge funds know that you must honor the Knights of Knee on a regular basis. Always be writing JR, Big E with a couple of zits at the end there. Knows what to do. We must honor the Knights of Knee. Otherwise, we're just fooling ourselves into thinking we know how this market really works. You can't be serious. Well, thank you all. JR Big E. There's JR again. The thumper, jumper, thruster. Yeah, the wheel class would be nice. I understand it, but it seems like it's too good to be true. I'm just making sure I'm not missing something. One. Neat. That's the point right there. We're up 96 on the AI. GameStop, 29, 85, 88 now. A little better. Still down 60 cents. SoFi, 726 up 26. NVIDIA, 513 to 126. That's a $50 move. Pretty big. Rugged Lab, 476 up 19 today. Matterport up 3.4. Smart Rent up a couple pennies. Spire up 23 cents. Welcome to the party, everybody. Uber's up 231, Apple's up 767, Tesla up $4, Enphase up 559, Netflix 396, Gain, AMD up $2, Unity up 71, Google up 135, Microsoft up 396. We have an up moving market right now. GameStop just broke 30. The Knights of Neat. It's happening. 30.15. Here we go on GameStop. Oh my. Hope you're having fun out there. Yeah, 30, 15, 18. They're now nibbling around that 30-20 mark. They might start going after that. We'll see. 36 million volume on GameStop. Oh my. Oh boy. Last nibble of my bagel. Very good. Very good. Oh man. Sesame seed bagel from Costco. Grape jelly from Welch's. What a combo. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the party, pal. Nice to have you here. Beach Boy saying, Savage, you're such a good person and a gentle soul. Taking these easy dollars off these people. JR, get the classes, folks. Invest in yourself and start stealing money from the gamblers, baby. Bagel Babe, what is this new class on? Bagel Babe, neat. I haven't nailed it down yet. I'm thinking about calendar spreads. I'm thinking about something to do with the wheel strategy, something to do with rollover strategy, something to do with working your account over several different strategies, multiple, like diversification of your options trading, not to be in just one entity. Sometimes it's best to be cash only, earning interest on your money while writing options, while bringing cash into your account. We got a number of things to cover. We'll keep you posted on that. Jason Laws, neat. Here come the knee emojis like crazy. Here we go again. Thank you all. We're at 29.90.95 on GameStop again, just under 30. This is the normal. This is your, just adapt to it. What will happen with Roaring Kitty and those contracts? But this 12 million share call that could come out here just from one guy. What I don't know, I'd be curious to know, is how many options are out there for GameStop? How many calls exist? How many puts exist? And how many calls are in the money? I'd love to know that. Because that tells us, boy, if there's so many gazillions of contracts in the money on GameStop, just do the math. How many shares does that represent? Does that represent more shares than exist in the overall market? That could be the case. I don't know for sure if that's truly what's going on. I can't say at the moment. But if any of you can gather up that information off the Google, let me know. Dude is hitting the knee emojis as well. Well done, dude. Thank you. The poll question keeps coming up here with more participants, and we also have the thumbs up meter now at 646. Thank you, everybody, for hitting the the thumbs up button. 647. Here's another one. We got the poll question out right now, and it is basically a simple question. GameStop has $4 billion in cash. In the next week, the shares will reach a price of how much a share? And the first response, 9% say less than 30 a share a week from now, Bruce. We're going to be in this neighborhood here, 29, 27, 25 a week from today. From $30 to $50, 43% of you out of 1,775 are saying 30 to 50, man. We could be 45 to 49. Some are saying, well, most of you are saying, nah, this thing a week from now, over 50, because a week from now, we are 2 days away from the expiry of the options for Roaring Kitty. And those 120,000 contracts could well have been exercised by that point already. And we could well be over 50 a share with this demand for paper. And if others, if we reach that $40, $50 level a share or more, the number of call options in the money at 50 or higher will be millions. It could be millions of contracts. I mean, I don't know how many shares would be vulnerable for being needed. Quite amazing. So there you go. 1,785 of you have responded to the poll question. 47, 48 say over 50 a share. 43% say 30 to 50 a share. 9% are figuring less than 30 a share. So we'll watch for that. Johnny Diaz is a new Gold Bagel member of the channel today. And thank you, Johnny. We're adding to the record number of Gold Bagel members here. Fantastic. Great to have you in here. Welcome to the party, pal. Don't forget to hit the knee emojis. You're now able to do that, of course. If you want to become part of the Discord group, send me a private email, and I'll get you a link over there. Deep Value Options has made a donation today. Thank you very much. $19.99 donation in your super chat. Teachers, Uncle Bruce teaches you how to be a market maker. Thank you, Uncle Bruce, for all your help and wisdom. Thank you, my friends, all of you who do these donations, these cash secured put donations, these PayPal donations, picking up classes, looking for one-on-one sessions, being members. Thank you all. And of course, subscribers, all of you guys who are joining in as subscribers. Welcome to the party, pal. Thanks for the thumbs ups to help the channel get promoted by YouTube. YouTube reads automatically. Their analytic computers pick up on the ratio of thumbs ups to viewers and engagement. The comment, every time you guys make a comment, anytime you make knee emojis, that's a comment. That is measured by YouTube as a positive. And that's why I try to keep that chat bar going. Let me know where you're watching me from today. Where are you in the world? What's your high temperature going to be today? And say hi to everyone else. Thank you all. Johnny says thank you. And John and Jason are saying, Johnny, welcome to the channel, pal. Welcome to the family today. Thank you, all of you, for joining in here. We're down 65 cents on GameStop. SoFi now $7.19, up 19. Had a big run today. No parent news, but nice run. There was an article somewhere. John Harpster hitting the knee emojis. Thank you, John. There was an article on SoFi. Somebody was talking about the fundamentals versus the stock price, and one didn't match the other. In other words, the stock was too cheap. There you go. Savage of Wall Street. Hey, man, I've been a member for 29 months and almost 2.5 years being a member. And what do I have to show for except luxurious trips to Hawaii, Beverly Hills, a kitchen filled with new appliances, mortgage payments and tins of clothing for the kids and stuff, or tons of clothing, I think, for the kids and stuff. Yeah, I know that when Savage travels, he doesn't travel by himself. He goes with his wife, his mother-in-law, and the kids. And when you're going to 5-star resorts and 5-star hotels, kind of nice hanging out at the Ritz-Carlton in Beverly Hills. Kind of nice being at some of the nice resorts in Hawaii. And Savage, it doesn't stop trading just because he goes out of town. He travels wherever he goes. So, yeah, easy money. And thank you, gamblers, for sure. JR, Southern California is June gloom right now. But we're expecting 62 degrees, downright a real scorcher. Amazing. Amazing. I noticed that the town we left behind, Palm Desert, has had hot weather, but now apparently cooling into the 90s next week. Kind of interesting. Jason Law's The Summer of Savage. There you go, baby. The Summer of Savage. Thank you all for joining me today. I'm saying hi to Jen today. Thank you for letting us know how you're doing. How are you doing on your option trades and your other trades? Thank you for that. And congratulations, so many of you who are discovering the world of option writing. Many people have come through here who have learned how to do this, are doing it, and they don't hang out here much anymore. They come in once in a while to say hello, but they're at home just cranking the options and hauling in bucks. Tons of people have quit their day jobs. Tons of you have lifted your IRA values, your RRSP values, your TSFA values, wherever you live. Your tax-free savings account values have grown dramatically, setting you up for a better retirement future. Many of you have quit jobs a lot earlier than you ever thought possible because of this strategy. I'm thrilled to see it, hear it, and more than happy to talk to you one-on-one. If you want to have a one-on-one private session with me, send me a private email. We'll compare calendars and see when we can get together, and we'll see what works best for you. I'll hear what you got, hear what your thinking is, and then I might say to you, have you thought of it this way? Maybe you can do options in this kind of way, and maybe credit spreads are for you, cash secured puts are for you, poor man covered calls, straight writing, all kinds of ways. Whenever you're ready, you'll let me know. Congratulations, everybody. JR, my daughter tells me it's been up to 109 in California Central Valley. I'm glad I don't live there anymore. John Harpster, go Savage, go. Make the money, take the dough, get richer, giddy up. Thank you all so much today, again, for being part of this channel. Very much appreciated. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you for the donations. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. And we'll keep you posted. I'll be on the air tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern for all Gold Bagel members. So if you're becoming a member, become a Gold Bagel member, join us tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern, Primetime Live with Uncle Bruce for Gold Bagel members only. If you're a regular member, upgrade to Gold status and you're in. And we'll see you there tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern. And we'll see how this day went and what's going on and where we're at. Anything crazy happens in the meantime, I'll come in with alerts and we'll stay on top of this market together. Thank you guys so very, very much. Where am I? I'm here. What am I looking at here? Clay, Bruce, what's your opinion on GameStop put credit spreads for next week? I'm fairly certain that RK is exercising his options and we won't be going below 22. Well, like I said, I would say under 20 a share is where the sweet spot is for secured puts. You might have to go out a week or two, but a little further out in time, you get much more premium. And if you're doing, say, 19s and 17s or 19s and 16s or 15s or 19s and 14s, 18s and 13s, 18s and 15s, any $2, $3, $4, $5 spread, there could be some real premiums in it for you. Charlie C2, thank you, Bruce. See you this evening. Jason, I used to be really into credit churning and manufactured spending to really raise my credit card perks for free hotels and flights. I stopped around COVID. I should start back up soon. Clay, have a good day. Uncle B, thank you all again for this. Beach Point, problem with Savage's story here is that he's too scared to get in the pool at certain Four Seasons resorts and loses on some lemon pie and tequila. There's those issues. John Harpster, thanks, Uncle B. A lot of inside jokes going on here. Wishing you all a relaxed, successful day. Thank you, Splair. Savage of Wall Street, Beachy, you know I'm a Waldorf Astoria man, not a Four Seasons guy. And Jumper Thruster, new member of the channel, just upgraded to the Gold Bagel level status. Jumper, we'll see you tonight. Prime time live, buddy. Come on and join us. Thank you for popping up and moving up in class to the top of the class. Thanks, my friend. Love to have you here. Beachway, excuses. Doesn't someone have a diaper emergency somewhere? I mean, come on. There you go. No love lost here. You got to love it. Thank you all for everything. We're moving over 30 again on your GameStop. 30.20 right now. Just went through here. Down about 30 cents a share now. Beach Boy, excuses. Doesn't someone have a diaper issue? Oh my goodness. Thank you, everybody. Keep an eye on the markets. I'll keep an eye on the markets. We'll see you tonight at 7, unless I come on earlier for something crazy going on. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see you later tonight. All right. See you from Calgary.